Ogun State is a land blessed with a rich cultural heritage, evident in different tourist attraction sites such as the Olumo Rock in Abeokuta, as well as a number of colorful traditional festivals such as the Ojide Oba, which is widely celebrated by the sons and daughters of Ijebu-Ode in Ogun State. This heritage, in addition to other abundant resources, makes the state a destination for both investors and tourists alike. Little wonder then that the governor, upon assumption of office, designed a program which includes making the state, especially the city, beautiful, as well as ready to receive the people who come into it for various reasons. Affordable housing and urban renewal is thus one point in the cardinal program of the Ogun State government that is keenly being pursued, with evidence of success in the first year of Governor Ibikunle Amosun's administration. Abeokuta, the city beneath the rocks, is indeed an ancient city that is beautiful for its historical significance. However, the present administration has taken the decision to build a new city complex. A proposed master plan for this city has been drawn up and submitted to Governor Ibikunle Amosun.
Which is Songdo, which is right here as the kind of like IBC2.
And while the bigger plan to build a new city is being perfected, the administration is working on its vision of providing decent and affordable shelter for the people. What the Ibikunle Amosun administration is working on includes providing different housing options for different categories of people in the state, from low-income earners to public servants. To achieve this, the first step was to complete work on several housing estate projects inherited from the previous administration so that buyers that made part payment under the previous administration can have access to the houses once they complete their payment. About 15 three-bedroom apartments with different furnishings at varying prices have been completed and given to the beneficiaries at the Media Village.
Thank you for choosing Ogun State as your
Aside this, the Legislative and Commissioners' Quarters in Ibara Housing Estate was renovated and modified under the new administration. The state government has also gone into partnership with private estate developers under the Ibara Renewal scheme to build new estates. Government efforts in providing affordable housing options for the people also involved conflict resolution as it concerns ownership documents at Ladering Estate, built by the past administration. With the conflicts resolved, beneficiaries can take ownership of their respective homes upon completion of payment. Still under this administration, the Ministry for Housing is making plans to commence fresh projects once the inherited ones are completed.
Provision of housing units needs some degree of planning, and very soon we will soon establish a new town. It will just be even more than that of Ikoyi.
A clean environment can only complement the strides being made to provide affordable housing. As it were, communities should have the quality of cleanliness and orderliness to help show off the changes in Ogun State, as well as give a good impression to visitors of the state and also allow the people to live a healthy life. Gone are the days when major streets in the state were faced with different challenges which varied from street littering, street trading, and lack of land use plans which resulted to congestion. A beautification exercise commenced immediately the Amosun administration assumed office in May 2011. The state capital was among the cities that received priority attention as the first stop for visitors. There was the planting of flowers and the use of interlocking tiles. Over 500 street cleaners were also employed and deployed to different local governments across the state to keep the streets clean. The monthly environmental sanitation exercise on the last Saturday of every month was revived, with the governor setting an example for the people to follow. This has indeed helped to give every community in the state a better and more hygienic environment. On sanitation days, defaulters are arrested and charged to the Mobile Court of Justice to pay a sum of money as fine. This was introduced by the state government to enforce compliance of the exercise. In keeping with its quest to maintain and sustain a healthy environment in Ogun State, the state government has made provision for trucks to periodically pick up refuse from every street. One of the numerous feats of this administration in ensuring a healthy environment in its urban renewal drive was the decongestion of the Songo-Ota Bridge. It is a different story entirely now, as on the 20th of June 2012, the Honorable Commissioner for Environment, Assistant Commissioner of Police in Ogun State, and a team of different media paid the local government a visit. The state government has provided an alternative for the traders to relocate to an open park or market created by the state government. It is also looking at the possibilities of getting more places to accommodate everyone without disrupting their livelihood.
When we first came, of course we identified this problem and there was a need for us to actually make this place better. But the governor, Senator Renewal, said we had to provide an alternative for them, and that was why we started looking for alternative things for them. And one of the first ones we found was this area, which we decided to make very okay.
The Ibikunle Amosun administration has also done a lot in seeing to it that the clogging of drainage systems with waste is stopped. It has on different occasions called on residents of the state to desist from dumping solid waste in them. While some have given heed to these warnings, the practice persists in some places. Isolated cases of structures erected on waterways are still also being found in most parts of the state. These practices contribute to floods when there is a heavy downpour, since the water channels are now blocked. In addition to the campaign against these practices, the Ogun State government also embarked on the construction of more drainage and culverts that can withstand heavy flows of water when the rains fall. In spite of these efforts, the heavy downpour on the 27th and the 28th of June 2012 resulted in a heavy flood which led to massive loss of property. On the 30th of June 2012, Governor Ibikunle Amosun and some members of his cabinet paid visits to the affected areas. During the visit, Senator Ibikunle Amosun expressed concern and revealed government's plans to help their situation.
The devastation is much. Even people cannot pass. Even you see that even only very probably articulated vehicle can pass, as we've seen it now. But the good news is that this is one of the roads that we have awarded. But it's not just about the road, it's about channelization. You notice that even people build on areas where water should flow. And if they build on what we call a low plain, waterlogged area, these are the kind of things that will be happening. Of course, we will continue to educate and sensitize our people so that they know the implication of building on probably waterways where water should pass. It should be left for that purpose. But we are doing what I call huge, very big channelization that will take much of this water.
Governor Amosun also used the opportunity to appeal to the good people of Ogun State to desist from blocking drainage lines with solid waste, as well as from erecting structures on waterways. He urged residents of the area to be part of the development going on in the state by paying their taxes promptly. One single factor that runs through all the efforts by the Ibikunle Amosun administration to achieve a better and developed society is that of security. And so, towards achieving a state of security wherein residents and businesses can move and operate without fear, the state government saw the need to acquire and equip security personnel to the highest capacity. Over 4 billion naira has been spent to tackle the security challenges confronting the state. Security forces from outside the state were deployed to complement existing ones within, while a security trust fund was set up to complement the state government's efforts in ensuring a safe and business-friendly environment. On this basis, 2 different security outfits, codenamed Operation Mesa and the Quick Response Squad, were formed from a combination of the different security forces in the state. Also, on the 17th of April 2012, the Ogun State government launched 6 out of the 13 armored personnel carriers it purchased to complement the 127 Hilux vans bought to further equip the Quick Response Squad. These were in addition to state-of-the-art communication gadgets purchased to also further complement the other security equipment. A total number of 11 armored personnel carriers and many security patrol vans have now been strategically positioned at different locations within the state. The State Vigilante Group was also equipped with necessary security facilities to enable it perform better. All these measures taken have indeed put the people's mind at rest, as they now go about their business without any worry. Residents can also go to sleep with their 2 eyes closed. In reviewing the successes achieved in the 5-point cardinal program of the Amosun administration, women have not been left out. Their participation in helping to achieve the objectives of the administration cannot be questioned, especially since they are represented in the government by over 35% appointments. Through the Ministry of Women Affairs in the state and the Office of the Ogun State First Lady, women have also been truly carried along. These 2 bodies have a vision to promote gender equality and take care of the social welfare of the people of Ogun State. And they have not relented in their efforts to ensure that every woman in the state is properly represented and empowered.
For us in Ogun State, we know the importance of women. We know how important and strategic our women are to us in Ogun State. Indeed, if you read the history of Nigeria, you will discover that our women, they play very key roles, very important roles. From Mrs. Ransom Kuti, in fact, before Mrs. Ransom Kuti, Madam Tinubu, all of those great women, those warriors, they did their bid. Madam Ransom Kuti came, they did their bid. All our yellow days, they came, they did their bid. And today in Ogun State, for us as a government, we made sure that indeed we exceeded the 35% affirmation of the Beijing and what have you. Today in Ogun State, we have more than almost 42% of women in what we are doing in Ogun State.
A Women Advancement Forum, or WAFO, was launched to give women from all the 236 wards in the state good representation. The aim of the forum is to promote and protect the rights of women in the state. A 100 million naira soft loan has also been made available to women in business to empower them, while an Equal Opportunities Bill has been submitted to the Ogun State House of Assembly. Furthermore, the Office of the Ogun State First Lady and the Ministry of Women Affairs have enriched the lives of women in the society through welfare packages. The women of Ogun State have received different empowerment packages. They include bags of rice, grinding machines, sewing machines, salon hair dryers, chest freezers, and motorcycles. The Ministry of Women Affairs has also, through the Uplifting the Aged program of the First Lady of Ogun State, reached out to the aged by organizing a forum for them to receive free medical checkups and get enlightened about how to maintain good health. In reaching out to children, the Ministry of Women Affairs organized the first quarterly meeting with the third set of the Ogun State Children's Parliament, sworn in 2011. Ogun State was the first state to inaugurate the Children's Parliament after it was passed into law at the National Assembly. The rehabilitation exercise of homeless persons, the physically challenged, and the mentally disturbed in Ogun State is an ongoing exercise being carried out by the ministry to ensure that such people are picked from the streets and given adequate care for a better recovery. No doubt, the last 1 year of the Ibikunle Amosun administration has been eventful as well as fruitful. The administration has gone beyond its 5-point cardinal program to see to it that the foundation for the mission it started on the 29th of May 2011 is laid properly and thoroughly.